It's time to breathe again on the Breath of Fresh Air Shorty edition. I am Charles, your host for this Shorty today, and I am here to talk about the University of Texas athletic program. So now, y'all know I am a huge fan of Texas, the Longhorns, and in particularly, I can't talk today. That case the Mondays, I guess, but particularly in football and in basketball, the program hasn't had a lot of success, especially in football. The last national championship was 2005, and it's really been a while since, well, yeah, 2010, or excuse me, 2009 was the last time we had actually played for a national championship. Of course, I'm saying we, like I played for the team, but it was 2009 when they got beat by Alabama, which was actually Nick Saban's first of however many national championships he has now. I think he has, let me see, six. Yeah, so he won in 2009, 2011, 2012, 2015, 2017, and 2020. Yeah, so six. But be as it may, the Longhorns athletic program has really been a struggle, or at least in the major sports that, let's be honest, bring in the most money for programs and the NCAA for that matter. So, what got me thinking about the status of the program was, well, number one, the men's basketball team, after winning the Big 12 tournament, got knocked out in the first round by Abilene Christian, in state school that doesn't have the resources the Longhorns have, but that is the beauty of the March Madness tournament because it is a one and done tournament. If you're gone, if you have a bad night, if you're off, you can go home. And Texas went home. But I had seen something on one of my friend's pages the other day where he went and found the Texas swimming and diving team won the national championship. And I'm thinking in my head, and I'm a lot of other people who were on this page and saw that post were saying the same thing. Man, if nothing against the swimmers and divers for our athletic program, but if you're having to find that to show our prominence in athletics, then well, you scraping on the bottom of the barrel. I'm just saying, no disrespect to the swimmers and divers. I mean, they're honestly, I mean, hey, obviously they're really good if they're winning national championships, but nobody's caring about swimming and diving like that. And again, no disrespect to them, man. I mean, props to them for winning national championships, but nobody's caring about that, unfortunately. And that's just the way it is with athletics. You're big money makers because it is about who's bringing in the most money. And swimming and diving, they're not bringing in money like that. So that is more the football programs, basketball programs. Maybe you have a big time women's basketball program. Schools like Connecticut, Stanford, who won the national championship yesterday against Arizona. Congratulations to them. Baylor has a good women's program, and then with the men's programs, Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, the quote unquote blue bloods, if you want to call them that. But as far as the Texas program goes, you have a lot of turnover that is happening now. So yes, congrats to the swimming and diving team, but the money that is being pumped into particularly football and basketball, the returns are not showing up on the field or on the court. Texas basketball, I don't think, and you can correct me on this if I am wrong, but I don't think Texas men's basketball has won a national title ever in the history. The football program, again, we hadn't won a national championship there since 2005. And you have programs like Alabama, Ohio State, and Clemson who are up there every year amongst the top. Hell, pains me and makes me sick to say this, but Oklahoma is normally amongst the top programs, and every other year they're in the college football playoff. It seems like they were in there in 2015, they were in there in 2017, they were in there in 2019 and 2018. So they are always in the mix. And for a program like Texas to not be in the mix ever, it seems like that is unacceptable. It's ridiculous. It's sickening that we see these other programs up there amongst the top, but the Texas football and basketball programs, for that matter, they're nowhere near it. And I mean, every now and again, you might have a flash. I know in 2018, Texas made the Sugar Bowl, but there's no reason at all why this program, with all the resources within the state of Texas, should not be up there in the running every single year with those other programs I mentioned. There is with all the players, with all the wealth of talent here, and the boosters pumping in this money, which I'll get to them in a minute. But I mean, with everything that is here, there is no reason at all why it shouldn't be just a reload instead of rebuilding. With all the talent here, the 4 or 5 star players that are going here, I get it. You can't keep all the players in this state. There's just too many to keep in one program. So yeah, there's going to be some players who get to these other schools, but my goodness, if you just continue to recruit within this state, there's no reason why you can't build a perennial national championship caliber program. So now we have a lot of turnover going on. Steve Sarkisian has come in to coach the football team. Of course, Steve Sarkisian was the offensive coordinator for Nick Saban in Alabama. And then recently, the basketball program was able to pry Chris Beard away from Texas Tech, and so they can coach the basketball. He can coach the basketball program. Beard takes over for Shaka Smart, who left about a week and a half ago to go coach in Marquette. So I mentioned those boosters. Here's the thing with them. I feel because of how much influence they seem to have on the athletics, it is holding us back from being any type of a threat to win any national championship. With them over here trying to say, well, hey, I feel like you should do it this way, you feel like you should do it that way. Listen, y'all hired that coach for a reason. Let that man coach. Let that person do their jobs, because I feel like in Alabama, especially in Alabama, yeah, because boosters aren't just in Texas, they're not exclusive to Texas. There's a whole bunch of boosters everywhere, but I don't think they get in Nick Saban's way, because Nick Saban will tell them to shut the F up, and if you don't, then I'll go somewhere else. I think it's going to take a coach like that to tell these boosters to shut the F up. I get it. They have money. They're putting money into the program, but you're not the coach. You're not the guys who are supposed to make these decisions. You're not out here going to recruit. You need to stay out the way. You hired the guy to do a job. Let him do the job. So I hope Steve Sarkisian and Chris Beard can tell them as such. Get out my way. Let me coach. You want to win? Then you need to shut the F up and let me coach. Just that simple. Let them do their jobs and let's see what they can do. Because I can tell you this, if, again, oh boy, who went down to the bottom of the barrel to pull up the swimming and diving championships, and the Longhorn Network, who's still continuously showing the 2005, 2006 Rose Bowl that Vince Young was shining, because we don't have any more memories to really put up there because we haven't done anything in football. Those things have to change. And for a program that's supposed to be as elite as this one is, it is far too long to not be in the running for a national championship. Hopefully, these things can change soon with the arrival of these new coaches, and these coaches can tell these boosters to shut the F up. Well, That's what I'm breathing on for today. Y'all make sure y'all go to the Breath of Fresh Air YouTube channel and smash that subscribe button and keep the likes coming on the Breath of Fresh Air Facebook page. So you guys know we go live. Patrick Brackett and I go live every Tuesday night at 8 Central, 9 Eastern. So hopefully you guys can make it there. Check us out. Let us know how we're doing. Whatever the feedback you guys have, throw it on there. Good, bad, or indifferent. We are always willing to listen, and we will definitely respond and interact with y'all. So, everybody take care. Happy Monday, and we will talk later on this week.